strangers. Believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night, beneath the pale moon. Loving's for the fools. Baby, beware of my bite. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf.
Hello guys, I'm the Lone Wolf. Bem-vindos ao meu canal. That means welcome to my channel in Portuguese. I want to share with you a long time review of my Benelli TRK 502 from 2018. It has over 7,000 kilometers. And first, I would like to show you some modifications, some extras I've put on the bike. So we have the GV S321 LED lights, very good LED lights. These are awesome. We got the heated grips, my Android GPS phone with a free app, offline app, very nice. I will review it later. My tank bag, it's magnetic, but on the Benelli we need to use straps since the tank is plastic in the outside. Very nice, with several compartments. I really love it. I have it since my first bike, over 10 years old, and no problem. This is my complete touring and camping setup. Here in the front I have this extension to the windscreen. It helps to reduce the buffeting since I'm 1.80 m tall and the stock screen was throwing wind into my helmet and making a lot of noise. This helps a lot. The stock turn signals are very good. They are great for safety and super bright. These are the CHAD top and side cases. The top case is the SH58X. It has 3 adjustable sizes and it can fit 2 full adventure helmets. The side cases are the SH35 and these don't fit any helmets inside. This is my pillion seat bag. It has all my camping stuff inside, including the tent, the hair mattress, the air pump and the sleeping bag itself. The stock Pirelli Angel STs are great 100% road tires. The rear one is about 50% wear. The next tire I'm thinking about a dual sport tire this time, like the Pirelli Scorpion Trail 2, since I do a little bit off-road and it will help a bit. Oh, the rear mudguard lets some dust or sand or even water hit the rear shock. This is fixed for the 2019 bikes or so. I have put an extension flap to the mudguard to help to prevent this from happening. One thing I really like to do is some light off-road. So I've also added a sump guard, swamp protector, since the belly of the bike is very exposed from stock. The downside of this guard is that it amplifies the mechanical noise from the engine at idle or so. But it's not too bad. The extra protection is very welcome. It works really nice since all the gravel and stuff doesn't hit the oil filter and the oil pressure sensor. Overall, the Benelli TRK 502 is a very good motorcycle for the amount of money it costs. And me personally, after 7,000 kilometers, I had absolutely no issues with it. The only problem I had was an ABS sensor that I smashed on my garage with my paddock stand. That being said, vamos dar uma volta. That's Portuguese for let's have a ride, and talk a bit more about the TRK. Start our ride here on the National 8 road from Loures, Portugal. It's a town near Lisboa. So let's pick up the speed and do the nice twisties we have here. First, I would like to talk to you about my previous bikes. My first big bike was the Honda Hornet 600. 12 years ago, more or less, my big old companion. I did about 100,000 kilometers with it. It was really fun. In the later years, I used it for touring with 3 cases. The Hornet never failed on me. It was a really nice bike. Powerful enough, etc. But after that I bought a Suzuki Gixxer from 2006, 750. Really fun bike. It was my dream. So I kept the Hornet and the Gixxer for a while. I used the Hornet for my touring and the Gixxer for some Sunday morning fun. But I always wanted a touring bike, a really big touring bike, so I could go across Europe. And for that, the Hornet was not the perfect bike. It was not comfortable, and I was looking for something else. So I had some ideas. The Suzuki V-Strom, for example. A great bike, by the way. It's not, I don't like the looks, but it's really a nice hardware. Other options, I saw the Honda Varadero. Very nice, big bike, but I always thought it was too big and too much engine for me. I don't need a 1000cc bike, no. Other options, I always had a crush for Italian bikes. So the Aprilia Capo Nord, I love that bike. The old one, also 1000cc's, not very much reliable, but I really love that bike. Or the BMW, the 1200 GS, also an option. For touring, of course. The problem was these bikes were all too expensive for me, or let me turn here. Oh, It's a little bit tight. Come on, lady. Yes. Go, go. I have my side cases on, but it will fit. Barely. Here we go. There's a little road after this village. It's very nice, goes through a forest, so let's try it. So I was talking about my options at the time, and all the options were older bikes with a lot of thousands of kilometers and still very expensive. The BMW, for example, in Portugal, with from 2008 with 100,000 kilometers goes 9,000 euros for a whole bike. It's incredible. So in 2017, during the Moto Expo in Lisbon, Benelli introduced the TRK 502, and I immediately fall in love. I asked the Benelli stand, what bike is that? Is that a 1000 bike? And no, they said it's a 500 bike. And I said, oh god, that's perfect for me. That is just my dream coming true, because I always wanted a medium cc bike, big for adventure touring. And this is exactly what the Benelli TRK 502 is. It's an adventure touring machine. So I would like to talk to you. I bought it in 2018. I've did already 7,000 kilometers, and it's so nice, no problems whatsoever so far. So let's talk about the engine. Nice view to my right here. The engine is a 500cc 48 horsepower engine with 360 degrees crankshaft. What this means is the bike has a lot of torque. I'm doing this in third gear, no problem. I could go fourth gear, low speeds. It doesn't vibrate at all. Zero vibrations at low RPM. In the other hand, it vibrates a little at very high RPM. This is the characteristic of the 360 degree crank. The bike, because of this, also has a very flat torque curve. This means you always have power, but it's not an exciting amount of power. It's just a steady stream of torque, of power. Very nice for beginners, and also for me. I love to ride the bikes like this. So for me, the engine is a 7 out of 10 engine. Very nice. I like it so much. The fuel consumption is amazing. So if I ride slow, up to 80-90 kilometers an hour, like I'm doing now, the bike goes fully loaded with all the cases. It did to me on a previous trip of 1,000 kilometers, 3.4 liters to 100 kilometers, fully loaded, like I said. Very nice fuel consumption. My last trip, she did 4 to 4.5 liters to 100 kilometers, because I was doing 100 to 120 kph, so a bit more faster. So this bike has a 20-liter tank, fuel tank, and I did twice, 535 and 540 kilometers of range. This bike is a lot of fun on twisties. Even fully loaded, you can do the corners really nice and really stable. Good chassis. The suspension, the front 50-inch diameter fork, it's a good suspension. It's a little stiff. For example, the TRK X version is much softer, but this one, it got a nice feel on twisties. So the front suspension, 7 out of 10. The rear suspension is a lot more simple shock with preload and rebound adjusters, manual adjusters. They need tools to do it. So a 6 out of 10 for the rear suspension. The brakes. The brakes are good brakes, not too direct feeling. This means you need to press the lever a bit harder to do heavy braking. So this is also very good for beginners. The ABS has got a lot of good feeling to it, and you can switch it off if you need when you go off-road. So the brakes are 7 out of 10. The wind protection. The wind protection is very good, but for me, I'm 1 meter 80 tall. I need a windscreen, a bigger windscreen. So I've put, like I said before, this extension to the windscreen to help to lower the buffeting on my helmet. So the stock screen was really noisy on my helmet. So the wind protection is very good, 7 out of 10. In the winter, with 0 degrees, I love to ride in the winter. The cold doesn't hit my body at all, only on my feet. It's the only place that the cold hits my feet. So for comfort, this is a very good, comfortable bike. It's the most comfortable bike I ride in my life. I did 12-hour daily runs with it, no pain, no pain at all, in no places. So it really confirms this is a very good touring machine. 9 out of 10 on comfort. The lights, the stock lights are decent, nothing special, they are average, 6 out of 10. I've installed H7 LEDs on the main lights. This makes the light a little bit better, and of course the color of the light is much better. So with LEDs it's a 7 out of 10, and with the GVS321 auxiliary lights, these are really good, low consumption, they don't get hot at all, and they spread the light meters across on the road with a very perfect cutoff. With all these, it's an 8 out of 10. The sound of this bike is awesome. It's not too loud, but the sound is very characteristic of the 360-degree crankcase. Really nice sound. It pops on the lower, when going downshift, it pops. It's really nice. You can see here me doing the I-beam. It's really nice. It's not too dark yet, so my camera doesn't record well in the dark, but you can get the general idea of how good these lights are. And since I'm over 40 now, my eyes need all the help they can get. So let's park over here to check out the lights once more. Okay, the focus is hitting the camera, so it's not a good shot, but you can see they are the same color, about 6000 Kelvin, and they are really nice. The turn signals are also very bright. I think they even blind the drivers during the night. The cargo capacity of this bike is very good. You can have the 3 cases, you can put 2 helmets on the cases, and with the fuel tank bag and pillion seat bag, it becomes a transport truck. Really awesome also for touring. Okay, so concluding, the Benelli TRK 502 is a very good adventure touring motorcycle, extremely comfortable for long distance traveling, low fuel consumption, and more than enough power with average off-road capabilities. Of course the X version is better off-roader, but this can do something. And it also is a very decent bike around town. It's very heavy, but you can manage between the cars with no problem. So that's about it. I hope you liked it, my amateur review of this bike. I can only recommend it for the amount of money it costs. It's about 6,000 euros in Portugal. It's a lot of bike for the money it costs. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great riding life, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks a lot. Muito obrigado e até à próxima.